Winter Wildcards Team 2 is now available, and in it is some pretty good items. In the comments below, let me know which ones you want to see a video on. We are going to begin with Eden Hazard, who has been given a very nicely boosted item, and it's going to be interesting to see how this card compares to all the very good Vinicius cards that we already have available to us. Now, before we get into things today, I am going to review Morales as well. That's going to be on my second channel though, so check that out. There's a link in the description. If you need some coins to improve your ultimate team, the cheapest place to get them is at IG Vault, and there is a link in the description. And if you use the code Kieron at checkout, you'll get yourself an even bigger discount off your order. So let's have a look at this Eden Hazard card. 4-star, 4-star, high, medium wear crates, and quite a few traits as well, and quite a few of them very, very notable. So that is obviously great to see. In comparison to the non-informed card, he's received some pretty good boosts, especially in the pace department. +7, +8 in shooting, +3 in passing, and +3 in dribbling. So all in all, it does look like a very good card, especially in regards to the technical stats, which as you can see are pretty awesome. That dribbling section is absolutely fantastic. Passing looks good too, as does the shooting and pace. The only thing that's going to let this card down on paper is those physicals, because let's be honest, the strength and aggression is pretty average, and on top of that, 84 stamina for a pacey winger just isn't ideal. It really isn't. So we'll see how he fares late into matches. There is one more difference to note as well. Non-informed Hazard actually is medium in terms of wear crates. This card is obviously high medium, so that's, you know, a nice boost which hopefully will help in his general positioning. Chem styles then, what are we thinking? I think there's plenty of options here. I think Hawk is a very good choice because, like I touched on, his physicals out the best. The boost them is very nice. Also makes his pace great, and makes his shooting pretty damn incredible. He's also a player where marksman is another very good option, and you know what, it's one of them. It could come down to where you want to play this guy, because although this guy does look like a good winger, he also looks like he could do a good job as a cam as well. So maybe you'll want a passing heavy cam style instead, but since we're going to use him as a left forward, we're going to go for Hawk, because I think that's the best cam style for that position, especially with the shooting boost and the nice physical one too. No messing about then, we go straight into a game, and we are up against that next gen Foden amongst some pretty good cards, especially that brand new Winter Wildcards Zaha. Morales finds Hazard out wide. The angle is tight, so we're going to try and get on the inside, which we do. Shot comes in, but keeper saves. Tight angle. Oh, it didn't really matter though. Alisson forced into the save. Morales slides it in for Hazard. He's now got players to beat. Does get round him. Van Dijk's still in pursuit. Not really feeling the acceleration boost. And in the end, he reads my cutback well. I mean, we'll take it. We'll take it. Hazard gets on the score sheet. Play from Morales. Puts it through. Here's a chance for Hazard. Left-footed strike across goal. Well, after we got a second goal, shortly after, my opponent decided to rage quit. So, good start. Game number 2. And, wow, just a standard Premier League side. If we don't win this one comfortably, we're letting ourselves down. Hazard cuts inside nicely. Shoots across goal. And that's another save from Lloris. What a ball from Morales, by the way. What a goal in general, but what a pass from Morales that was. Good finish by Hazard, good run making, but the pass was class. Morales, good hold up play. Puts the Belgian through in space, angles tight, and the takes a deflection. Pretty disappointing first 45, but I'm confident of a comeback. We're just going to switch things up for the second half with Hazard going into a central role. Morales links up with Hazard here. The angle is tough, but it does not matter. What a volley from the Spaniard. Absolutely bangs it in. Good assist from the Belgian as well. Morales into Hazard. Great first touch. Oh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting, and that has to be a red card, surely. There we go. Hazard ends the game. Shortly after the red card, we make it 4, and that's game over. As confirmed by the rage quit. So, yeah, happy days. It's time for G3, and we will be facing, when it eventually loads, this. Okay, that's a good team. Brand new Awa in there, and obviously the very common and very good PSG attack. Renter finds Hazard, who's going to try and get through a gap, but just gets absolutely out-muscled there. I think that was by a towel. Really good first-time pass there from Hazard. The return ball is not bad for him either. Takes off the shot. Oh, that's a good effort. Good run. Good link up. Oh, it was just delayed. Just a bit of delay and the input didn't get done. So chance as Morales spreads the ball out wide to Hazard, who's got a tight angle and for whatever reason went with his left foot. I do not know why there, because I was not aiming for that. Morales' link-up has been brilliant. That's a good ball, you know. That's a good ball, you know, and that should be a goal, you know, and it is in the end. It is in the end. Nice, good defensive work. I didn't even realise that was Hazard till after the fact. That's a great ball. That's a great ball. Oh, it's a good save. Into Hazard, who goes first time with the cross. Header from Morales. Oh, this time it doesn't find someone to rebound off. And at half-time, we are all square. We're going to switch up the team again. We're going to go to the 4-2-3-1. Hazard's going to come central, and hopefully he's going to provide Morales with some good through ball. Oh, nice. What a sliding pass there. Morales finds Hazard. Hazard hits the back of the net. I was so worried there with the keeper coming out. I just didn't have the confidence to shoot, but nice pass, and Hazard does the rest. Yes. Good work. Hazard gets it onto Dembele, who shot. Oh, a panic shot. I should have passed that back. Okay. Goes out to Kante. Kante finds Varane. Finds Hazard. Hits the finesse. Oh, that would have been nice. Good work from Hazard. That's Morales into a tight angle spot, but it does not matter. Great finish from the Spaniard and a nice assist again for Hazard. Feet from Hazard. Good feet from Hazard and eventually scores. And there's full time. Nice 5-1 victory. I was a bit worried at first when we went 1-0 down early on, but we brought it back beautifully and scored some very nice goals along the way. So, 3 games done with this Eden Hazard item, and he ends with a very productive record. 5 goals and 3 assists. Pretty good output considering the lack of game time. So, yeah, happy in that regard. But I have to say, it could have been more. And on another day, just would have. It really, really would have. What to unpackage here, because there is obviously plenty of notable positives about this card, but there is also some things which just hold it back a little bit in my opinion, which obviously we'll discuss, and we'll also do a Vinicius comparison just towards the end as well. So what is it to like about this card? Technically his stats are very, very good. And I'll say straight away, I actually much preferred him at cam than I did on the wing. He just felt better there. He just got to utilise his passing a lot more, which, by the way, is very, very good. Like, with a passing-heavy cam style, I've got no doubt that this guy would be a top tier passer. But even without, you know, a passing-heavy cam style, his passing felt great for me. His distribution was really, really good, which is obviously fantastic. Dribbling for most part feels good too. No surprise there. Hazard cards always come with good dribbling, but due to his low physicals, he is just so easily pushed off the ball. He's one of them players who you have to avoid would-be defenders, even if they're not that strong, just because of how weak in-game Hazard is. So, bit of a positive there with the dribbling aspect, that he is very good on the ball and good at the close control, but his physicals obviously mean that he is very, very easily knocked off the ball. So if you come up against this guy, just get some big defenders around him and, you know, try and bully him a little bit. But as I say, for those of you who are good with dribbling, obviously you should be fine with that because you'll be able to, you know, move around them. Also, physically, obviously that stamina isn't the best, and towards the end of games, you will have seen his stamina was a bit depleted. So as expected, he is a player who you might want to sub off, especially if going into extra time of champs. Positionally, though, for me, he was very good. You saw in the footage him making some very, very good attacking runs, and because he's now got them high medium work rates, he will stay forward more, well, he'll at least push forward more than obviously the non-in-form. Now, in regards to his pace, I do have to say it didn't quite feel as quick as I thought he would. I'm definitely not saying he's slow by any means, but nowhere near as quick as I thought he would be. And I also need to comment on the shooting, because I found that to be just so hit and miss. Like, it was very inconsistent. 1 minute he'd like score an absolute banger, like from a stupid angle, and the next minute like he'd put it over the bar from close range, which was really, really odd. Inside the box in general, his finishing is very nice, but it's from distance where I just didn't find him to be anywhere near as good as the stats suggested, especially with the finesse shots, which really surprised me because I thought this guy's finesses were going to be absolutely top draw. And yeah, they just weren't. They weren't terrible, but they just weren't as good as maybe I expected them to be. So, in regards to his fellow Real Madrid player, Vinicius Jr., who obviously very recently got that Player of the Month card, how does he compare? Well, it goes without saying, Vinny feels miles faster and does feel a lot better on the ball, but Hazard's passing is just so much above Vinicius's. It's just, yeah, it's mad. It really, really is. But who would I pick out of these two? Honestly, I'd still go with Vinny. Or if they were the same price anyway, I would go with Vinny, just because I just feel like he offers a bit more, and I just think he fits the gameplay a little bit more as well. So yeah, I would go with the Brazilian. Like I've already said, I like Hazard on the wing, but I just felt he was better centrally. So if you're looking for a winger, I would advise the Brazilian, to be honest. I know he's a bit more expensive, but if you can do him a bit cheaper with fodder. Actually, am I being stupid? Is Vinny still available at this point? Expires on the 7th of the 1st, so yeah, you got a few more days for him. And to be honest, even the team in the group stage one isn't that bad. Like, you could just go for him instead, and you'll probably get a very, very similar outcome. Let me pull that one up on here. So yeah, as I said, the verdict is, if you're looking for a winger, I'd go with one of the Brazilians, but if you're willing to switch in game and you want a cam in that position, I'd go with Hazard. In terms of value for money, at 500k, what did I pay, by the way? I paid 580, so I'm going to lose some coins, sick. But anyway, in terms of value for money, I don't think he's badly priced, to be fair. He is a good wing item, there is absolutely no doubt about that. But as I said, there just are better wingers available in the game, so I don't think he's terrific value for money by any means, but I also don't think he's terrible at all either. But yeah, he's a cam for me. He's just much better in that role, or at least was for my playstyle anyway. Guys, those are my thoughts on the Brazilian winger. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, drop a like rating on it. In the comments below, let me know your thoughts. Also, let me know who I should review next. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.